I'm Pete Scalnabury, SEC Country Recruiting Editor, here with Sam Spiegelman and Chris Kirshner, our LSU and Alabama recruiting reporters. Today we're talking about five-star linebacker Nakobe Dean out of Horn Lake, Mississippi. He's the top-ranked player in Mississippi. And Sam, what's the latest on LSU's pursuit of Dean?
Fresh off a junior day visit to Baton Rouge, he got a chance to connect with Dave Aranda and Coach Ed Orgeron. Also spent a good chunk of time with the players after their first scrimmage, and he got a real interesting vibe from the culture at LSU, how he would fit in with the locker room, which is an important aspect. He also took a look at the engineering program. I believe he wants to be a biomedical engineer when he grows up, I guess aside from football. And really got an idea of where he sits on LSU's board, which is right near the top under Dave Aranda, would possibly work in at both middle linebacker spots like Duke Riley and Kendall Beckwith have in the past.
And Chris, what's the latest of Alabama's pursuit of him?
Yeah, he was in Tuscaloosa last month for a visit. He's been in Tuscaloosa around 5 times now. He mentioned, the last time I talked with him, he mentioned the comfortability that he has in Tuscaloosa. He's also starting to build a relationship with new inside linebackers coach Pete Golding, who he classified as a really cool guy. Alabama definitely needs inside linebackers this class, one of Alabama's biggest positional needs. They only signed one in the 2018 class, and Jalen Moody, who's definitely a last resort option. He was offered just a few days prior to National Signing Day because Alabama struck out at inside linebacker. So Dean is a very high priority target for Alabama, and as we've seen over the years, Alabama rarely loses battles for guys who they really covet, and he's at the top of the list right now at inside linebacker. He mentioned meeting with the Dean of Engineering, as Sam mentioned. Dean is a very gifted student, has a 4.7 GPA. Stanford's also in the mix because of its academic prestige, but as of now, I think Alabama's in a good spot.
And I know he hasn't really set a timetable for when he's going to announce, but at this point, where do you think he's leaning?
I would say either Alabama, Ole Miss, or Stanford. Alabama, obviously, if he's at the top of the board, they're making him feel that way. Ole Miss would be an option too if he elects to stay within the state, which is a hard push, especially with his really loaded class in the Magnolia State. And then Stanford, if he were to really follow the academic route, it's hard to go better than Palo Alto.
Chris, what about you? What are you predicting at this point?
Yeah, I think Alabama is going to be the choice right now. He's spoken to Coach Saban multiple times. Saban has let him know that he is a priority and a wanted man in Tuscaloosa. So, as I said, it's hard for Alabama to lose a guy like that when he's really needed, and Dean is very wanted in Tuscaloosa.
You guys heard it here first. That's the latest on Nakobe Dean, 5-star linebacker from Mississippi. For more news on Dean and all your recruiting news, stay tuned to SECCountry.com.